And we're back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Before we get started with today's episode, I just want to point out that I've listened to the last couple of episodes, or I've watched the last couple of episodes back on YouTube, and I've noticed that there's some quality issues. First of all, there's like a lot of reverb or echo for the character speech, and after some research, I discovered that there's what appears to be a faulty audio jack with my gaming laptop model. So the 3.5 millimeter jack that I have my earbuds plugged into, where the mic is connecting into, there have been a lot of reports that game audio or desktop audio, it leaks into the mic input when you're using that jack. So even though when I'm playing the game I don't hear that echo, what's happening is the game audio is feeding back through the mic and adding the reverb when everything is mixed together. So I've added some noise filters in OBS to try and address that, and I've also ordered a new mic, which should arrive in a couple of days. So in the meantime, I hope you can just bear with me. I'm doing my best. It's been a couple of years since I was streaming and recording and stuff, and a lot of stuff has changed, and I'm trying my best to make the best quality videos that I can. I've also changed the encoder settings for this video, so hopefully the quality of the video, the actual visuals, is better as well. We'll just have to record and see. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive in here and pet the dog.
Good girl, Charlie.
Good girl, Charlie. Yeah, give me them hearts. Okay. So, with our domestic duties taken care of, our next objective is, I don't know, I guess we kind of wander around the house a little bit.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience.
Okay.
Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you.
So Dr. Strange wants to talk to us. Let's go see what he wants.
Strange out.
That's funny, Strange out. I used to sign off my Twitch stream that way. I used to say Josué out. I think it's a little bit, it's not exactly my style anymore. So we'll just
Hunter, just in
see
time.
what they have to say.
His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate.
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Okay.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever is in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Okay, so roleplay opportunity. Destroy anything with Hydra's foul taint. Would it really give us advantage? I want you to make something powerful. So she's seen that they do good work with the suit, right? But is it Lilith's magic in there, or we're not sure what it is? And so she very much wants to turn it to her advantage. So it's going to be one of these two. But I think she might be just a little bit skeptical of him. You know, he keeps claiming he knows everything, and then his magic keeps failing. So maybe she'll just double check that he's really that confident.
Do you think this will be enough to give us an edge?
I hope so. Whatever it is, it's quite powerful. I'm relying on my instincts here, but truly that's all I have to rely on until I can find a way to access the Sanctum's archives again.
That seems a bit risky.
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite.
All right.
Oh, and I was just about to binge-watch my stories.
Okay. Studying artifacts unlocks more powerful research projects at the Forge and generates significant resources
you'd
for
probably
use.
be stuffing that item into some machine right about now. Very impersonal.
For use in ability upgrades and crafting. Okay. We'll study this artifact.
By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Prophia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within.
Okay.
One sorcerer's trash is another's treasure. I'll let you be the judge on this one.
So we studied the artifact and extracted some attack essence, some heroic essence, some skill essence, and a knife. Not sure what we do with the knife, but okay. Research level increased. And we have a new tutorial. Research projects take 1 day to complete but grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits. All right. So it looks like we can choose between these 2 research projects. Supernatural fabrication. Weaving magic and science is fine in theory, but in practice, well, there isn't much practice. However, if we work together, Tony and I might be able to fabricate some pretty powerful items to help you in combat. Even strange. So it looks like this takes 1 day, probably requires level 1 research, complete 1 mission with Dr. Strange we've already done. And as a reward, we get an item bench forge schematic, craft powerful single-use items in combat. And then war games. Carol says we need to up our game to meet this new threat. As usual, she's right, but to do more in combat, we'll need to do more down here in the Forge. A self-learning AI workstation running endless combat situations might help me make better use of this coil stuff. Tony Stark. This is a Foundry Forge schematic. We can increase ability options and earn an additional ability when analyzing gamma coils. Okay, so both of those are cool. But we've already done 1 gamma coil thingy, so I think we'll go with this one and see about crafting single-use combat items.
I have always found that area of research interesting.
Research is now in progress. Return to the Forge tomorrow morning for the results. Okay. And, oh right, we have a gamma coil left over.
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work.
Okay. And there's a superlink post. Interesting. Analyze the coil.
Let's see what we got here. What do you think?
All right, so we've got 1 each. We've got another knee strike, another make 'em bleed, so we could combine these to upgrade them. We could take this new card for the Hunter. Fortify, gain 1 counter, 18 block, generates 2 heroism. I kind of like this one. I'm not super happy with her, so hold on, hold left shift to show hero deck. Yeah, I'm not super happy with the whip cards. So I think I'm going to take Fortify.
If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting. You find
we're
more
done.
coil, send it my way.
You've gained a new combat ability for a hero. Open their hero screen to equip this new ability. Okay. Equip and salvage. Abilities can be equipped or swapped with the cards already in a hero's combat deck. Any unused abilities should be salvaged for essence, which is required for upgrades, items, and more. Okay. So, we're going to edit the deck. Must have 8 abilities equipped. First, unequip the ability we should replace. Okay, so let's unequip this. How do I unequip it? Oh, I just clicked on it and it went out. Okay, so I'll put 1 back and then I'll put the new Fortify card in. Okay. So we've got our new card in.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
And now Robbie wants to talk. Okay. Sure, we can chat with Robbie for a minute. Any new tarot cards or skill essences lying around? No. Okay.
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with the spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian sofa.
Okay, so looking at these roleplay options, so he's asking her to spar, which is something I wanted to do. I was hoping there was some kind of sparring minigame out in the training yard, but it looks like we're going to learn about that now. So I honestly think she's actually going to be looking forward to this. Like, finally, somebody who doesn't want to crack jokes or hang out and talk about her feelings, he wants to train. I think she's really into it, so we'll pick this this roleplay option.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blake to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Okay, let's head to the yard. Oh, and Ghost Rider is now available for combat missions. Did we? I don't think we had him before, right? Let's read the bio. Yeah, okay, he's got cards here. So, Lash, forceful knockback in any direction, takes 17 damage. What takes 17 damage? Oh, he hurts himself. Okay. And then he's got Hellmouth, create a drop with an increased chance to KO enemies for 2 turns. Drop. Enemies knocked into a drop have a chance to be instantly KO'd. Okay. Drain Soul, chain 2 plus X. 2 plus X. Lifesteal. Give all Drain Soul cards +1 chain. Oh, that's the plus X. Okay. And +1 heroism cost. So these get more powerful and more expensive as you play them in a battle. But we know about chain and lifesteal. What else does he have? Hellride. 51 damage. Damn. Damage each enemy in a line. Discard your hand. Okay, so that's like that's a big finisher. But if you have a crappy hand and you have the heroism for it, that could actually be good because you draw all new cards, right? Okay. While the Spirit of Vengeance has taken on many forms, Robbie Reyes might be the most reluctant of its many hosts. Working as a mechanic in Los Angeles, Robbie made the mistake of street racing in the possessed muscle car known as the Hellride. When things went south and Robbie was killed by a local gang, Spirit of Vengeance brought him back by transforming him into the Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider deals massive damage to his enemies, but at a cost to himself and his allies. Self-damage and souls. Ghost Rider's abilities are more powerful than most other heroes, but they also extract a cost when used, either damaging Ghost Rider or discarding cards from the hand. Ghost Rider can offset this self-damage through his souls mechanic. As Ghost Rider KOs enemies, he fills his souls meter. Once the meter's filled, he immediately draws a Drain Souls ability. Drain Souls is a heroic chain ability that not only damages its targets, but also heals Ghost Rider with lifesteal. Okay, so you self-damage to build up KOs, and then you Drain Souls to do lifesteal. Every time Drain Souls is used, all Drain Souls abilities gain +1 chain, making them more powerful, but they also increase their heroism cost by 1 as well. We saw that before in the card details. Squad synergy. Ghost Rider requires large amounts of heroism to be effective. He's best partnered with a support hero who can generate the heroism he needs and keep him protected and healed, as Ghost Rider's self-damage can make him vulnerable. Passive ability, Soul Collector. As he increases his friendship with the Hunter, Ghost Rider will increase his maximum health in combat every time he fills his Souls meter. As Ghost Rider's most damage or powerful abilities convert his health into damage, raising his maximum health not only makes him hardier, it makes him more powerful as well. And Drain Souls can be a devastating ability when used multiple times in combat, so getting KOs early and filling his Souls meter is crucial. Okay. So, like, he has to be the main focus of any combat, the main damage dealer, and then other people have to support him with by generating heroism and what have you. Interesting. Okay. You also have to be able to draw the right cards.
Hey, for someone they just dug up, you look pretty fresh.
Thanks, Nico. Okay.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
All right, cool. So now we get to do the
vengeance train the hardest.
training minigame, whatever that might be. Okay. Well, hold on. We've got upgrade abilities first.
Practice makes perfect.
What is this? Oh, right. So because we unequipped one of these, we can combine it with the other one.
Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
Okay, so this upgrades the card to have 0 cost and do 6 damage in addition to the knockback. So we're definitely going to do that for sure. Okay, cool. And then daily sparring. It looks like we can only spar with somebody once a day.
Like playing with fire, huh?
Every day, the hunter can choose a new partner to spar with, resulting in an increased friendship and unique rewards. Okay. Choose a hero to instruct in the art of demon hunting. Heroes may only spar with the hunter once every 4 days. Oh, but there's a credit cost. So if we don't find a way to get credits, we can't do this every day. But our rewards are training experience, friendship experience for Ghost Rider, and a combat bonus. So let's go ahead and get started.
Maybe you should be the spirit of vengeance.
Oh, okay. So there's no mini game. There's no like battle with cards or whatever. It's just a menu thing. Okay, well that's a little disappointing, but still, at least it's fast. So we got some training XP, some friendship XP, and comic combat bonus. Start the mission with +2 redraws. Okay, so we're gonna have extra redraws at the start of the next mission. Cool.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Okay, and it looks like Blade wants to talk to us here.
Got a minute, Hunter? Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble, apocalypse prophecies, the Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Okay. So, he's talking about the craziness. He's talking about, like, oh my god, look at all this cool stuff that happened. Isn't it crazy? So what is he trying to get at here? Are you hinting at... So yeah, these two responses are kind of just like trite ones. This, I think, elevates her response and kind of highlights her sharpness. She's very insightful, I think. So let's dig a little deeper here.
Are you trying to make a point with this?
No, I mean, I just wanted to catch up.
I see. Well...
She's something else, though, huh?
Excuse me?
Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
Oh.
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
Okay, so he's got a little crush on Captain Marvel. So for these opportunities, like, okay, in the middle of this conversation, let's see. She's he brought her over because he wanted to talk about Captain Marvel. She kind of realized what he was getting at, and how would she respond? So not forget it, can I go now? Like, he's training with her, they've been on missions together, they've got a little bit of rapport. And I think she probably would find this amusing, because I think she realized that he didn't recognize his own feelings until this conversation, maybe. It's just like, oh, she's so cool. And then the hunter's like pointing out, like, I think you have a crush on her. So this one is a little bit, should I spell it out for you? It's a little bit teasing him, whereas this one is more kind of empathetic and insightful, I guess. So she sees that he kind of has trouble talking about his emotions the same way that she does. I think maybe this one is the one that she would say in this moment.
You are not used to expressing feelings of affection, are you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
My apologies.
And if I did, this ain't my first rodeo, you know?
Of course it is not. Whatever a rodeo is.
Yeah, well, now that that's settled, maybe I should go sharpen my stakes or something. And maybe we should keep this chat to ourselves for now.
Okay. All right, interesting. So it's not, the relationships here in the Abbey are not just about the hunter and the heroes. The heroes are going to have interactions with each other, I guess. Let's see what Captain Marvel has for a mission.
It's good to have you around again.
Hey, Hunter.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let us get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magik.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There is no passage to New York. Or anywhere, for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Okay, so yeah, she's very proactive. She's very, I'm gonna get the job done. I'll take on any duty, any burden to meet my duty. So I think immediately this like, I'm gonna, don't worry about it, I'm on it kind of attitude is the right response.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Okay. Hunter, balance change, +1 light balance point. Okay, I don't really, that's fine. So how do we find her? Do we just, oh wait, there's essence lying around here. Oh, it's not essence, it's gloss. Okay, cool. So do we just look on the map and find her? Or is there like a, how are we gonna do this? Oh, I see, we have to go talk to everybody and ask them where she is. Okay. I thought for a second it was just gonna be one of those dumb gamey things where it's like, oh no, we can't find her. And then you look on the map and there's an indicator and it's like, oh, she's right there. I guess it's not gonna be that hard to find her. Let's ask Nico.
Nico, do you know where Magik is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Find Ileana in the barracks. So if we head over here, this is our room, and then there's more stuff over here. Barracks. Yeah. Okay. So that's, what is that? Blade's room. And this is Captain Marvel's room. Ooh, I can kind of peek in here a little bit. Is it? I wonder if the game will like have her come up and talk to you and be like, "Did you go in my room and mess with my stuff?" Well, she's got some picture frames, and why does she have a bionic arm? Oh, well, okay. That's Captain Marvel's room, and that's, or is that Tony's? I can't see behind the door. Maybe that's Captain Marvel's room. So where's Wanda's room? What is this? This is the library? Hang on, let's check this out. 5 symbols arranged in a row. The order is probably important. Okay, so this is probably a puzzle that we'll have to come back to later. Let's try and just remember that these symbols are here. We've got a journal page. August 15th, 1710. Okay, so this is Caretaker's journal. This is like 20 years after the other ones that we read. I try to remind myself that 16 is a young age for so much power, but I still lose my temper at times. This child, nearly grown, is rapidly progressing. Training goes well, and I'm optimistic for how we may be able to combat Lilith in the future, but there have been outbursts. If we cannot control these, I do worry that we may face some unfortunate collateral damage. It sounds so harsh to put these words on page, but this is the reality that I face. Agatha and I have discussed options for controlling this power, but nothing has worked just yet. My latest attempt is to forge a ward to be worn around the neck. If I succeed, it will not only help the child channel this energy, but act as a shield against detection by Lilith or her minions. Only time will tell. Alright, so that's the origin of the collar. And then we have a tarot card here, Strength. Electrical energy erupts around Thor as he wields Mjolnir. This card represents great courage and taking control of one's destiny. And then what else have we got? We've got a fire rod and some pages down there.
It is one of the elemental rods.
Embers swirl in this cloudy crystal. Almost too hot to touch, its surface glows like liquid fire. Lips of smoke resolve and vanish around a core of obsidian glass. Okay. I don't know what all this arcane knowledge is used for, or the control rods, or half the other stuff we're picking up, but okay. I think I may have found Ileana, guys. Whose room is this? Somebody's got a lot of comic books. Guardians of the Galaxy. Avengers. Whose room is this? I think, oh, it's Nico's room. You can just see her symbol behind the open door. Interesting. Okay. So let's talk to Ileana.
Yes, hello.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
In the middle of something? I don't think the hunter appreciates that attitude. I think we're trying to go on a mission here. We're trying to, like, save people's lives and stop Lilith, and you're like, oh, I'm busy, come back later, I'm reading a book. So, yeah, I think this is her response.
Captain Marvel has a lead on Hydra. Time to go.
I'm in the middle of something. Come back later.
Wow.
Something more important than saving the world?
Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
Yeah, so of these options, I don't think she's impressed with her story about why she's not willing to open the portal. I think she just wants to, like, she's like, nothing, you know, reading that book is not good for you, so just put it down and come open the portal again.
No good ever comes from a book like that. Trust me.
Funny. You sound like Wanda. She was also afraid of her power. I can almost hear her scolding me for invading her privacy. But I've done far worse than to rummage through someone else's things. Far worse. And so have you. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
Okay, so we can understand. I think she can understand that, you know, she's worried about her friend. But yeah, like if you want to help her, then help us. Like, it's time to go. This is all related to saving her. Sitting there reading a book is not going to save Wanda.
Then put the damn book down and help me get her back.
You are nothing if not direct. Not to mention unrelenting. I can respect that. And perhaps you are not entirely incorrect. Okay, I will open your damn portal.
Okay, about time.
It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Now we can head out to the war room and go on a mission.
Heads up, Hunter. I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Okay, so the stakes of this mission aren't super high, is what she's saying. Which is kind of funny after we just were like talking to Magik about like, we're gonna go save Wanda, you have to put the book down. Well, no, we're just gonna go like fight some goons, I guess, but that's fine. Stop Hydra helicopter. Okay. A Hydra helicopter is loading critical supplies down by the docks. The heroes must make sure that it never gets airborne. And it looks like for the first time we'll be able to choose our companion. Rewards include a gamma coil and an intel cache. Well, that sounds good. Combat bonus. Ghost Rider earned a combat bonus from sparring with the Hunter. Add him to the squad to earn a powerful boost at the start of the next mission. Oh, right, he got extra redraws, right? Okay, so let's grab Robbie. There's our loadout for this mission to stop the helicopter. Let's get going.
I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
The shockwave would shatter most of the glass in my approach path.
Yeah.
Ah,
okay.
that is not good.
Anything to say?
Step through portal.
Okay, thank you.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signatures in the area match those of Faustus's weapon. We need to recover whatever intel we can if we're going to find out exactly what's going on down there.
All right. Disable the Hydra helicopter before it can depart. Target the helicopter with attacks to disable it before time runs out. Okay.
Situation is under control.
What was that? Certain enemies will grant powerful cards when KO'd. Okay. So I get the card if I KO the dude. Got it.
Looks like Captain Marvel was right on the...
Heroes. A single world-ending calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee with on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
Okay, so we've got 4 turns before the helicopter takes off. It's got 67 damage, so we need to get on it pretty fast. Passives, it's immune to knockback, immune to taunt, berserk, strengthen, weak, stun, and bind. All that makes sense. And inorganic, immune to bleed, corrupted, and lifestyle. Cannot be targeted by heroic combos. All that makes sense. Okay, we've also got, looks like 4 minions and 2 elites, 24 health. 24 health. The elites both have cards. 0 cost cards that we can use, and we have extra card redraws. So, I think we'll probably let's take out some of the minions and generate some heroism, and then get in on the helicopter nice and fast. So, what do we have in our hand? Quick slash. That's great to start with. Knee strike. That's crit. Taunt. Gain block. So we could use this on an elite. Generates heroism. Fists of Radiance, we can't use. Drain Soul, we can't use. Slash generates, this would be good for a minion. Skill card, okay. So we have extra redraws, we should think about that. And then let's look at the environmentals. So we've got a vault here. 1 cost to take out 1 guy with 15, or do a 15 damage attack. We've got a slide here, this costs 2. But I think I think it goes beyond that line, right? So if we kicked this, we slam it into these 2 minions and the helicopter? Maybe. Oh, that's interesting. Topple. Oh, look at that. It's got like a really long green line. So this we could like topple on 2 guys maybe. And there's another one over there. There's another one of those. Okay, so a lot of options. Let's start. Okay, so if we're gonna, I think I'm gonna try and do this vault into the helicopter if I can. So let's start by taking out one of the other minions. Let's take this guy out. She gets card play back. Card play refunded. Very nice. Okay.
I feel stronger.
She leveled up. Cool. That generated 1 heroism. So we don't have any other quick attacks. And I'm pretty sure... Is there a way to check the decks? I'm pretty sure the Hunter is the only one who can have quick attacks. I don't think Captain Marvel has them, and I don't think Robbie has them. And we also need to decide if we're going to focus on powering up Captain Marvel or Robbie, because they both have, like, the more cards of theirs you play, the more powerful they get. So this costs 1, chain 2, lifesteal. So we don't want to really use this yet, because he's not lost any health. That minion's targeting him, so we'll leave that one alive. We have slash with knockback. And then we have redraws. So yeah, let me redraw this to start and see what we get. We got her Fortify card, gain 1 counter and 21 block. So these 2 are targeting her. That could be good, because she'll block their attacks and counter one of them. But I think we'll use that card. That generates enough heroism for us to try to slide this thing. So who do we want to do that? Probably Robbie, I think. And then yeah, she can do some stuff too. She could gain block as well. So let's have, what do we got? 2 card plays and 3 heroism. Let's have Robbie kick the thing. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to select him. I want to move him. So let's come over here, and we want to kind of go like that, right? We want to get, so if we go like that, it should hit him and the guy behind him and maybe the helicopter, I think. Maybe? Let's try it. All right, so let's slide this. That's going to cost 2. Oh, so we can't, I don't think it'll hit him, but we could. I'm not sure if it'll go beyond the edge of the red thing and hit the guy behind him in the helicopter or not. Let me just go ahead and test this. I want to know.
Only the innocent stay.
No, it does not. It shatters. Okay. So in the future, I'll remember that. That was kind of a waste of a heroism point, but c'est la vie. Now, we don't want to play this because we already got 2 cards in our hands. We've got extra redraws, so let's do this. He's got Lash. Anything else? What else could we redraw here? We've got 2 spares. We've got 2 card plays, so I think we want to do these 2. So let's redraw this Slash card. See if we can get a quick attack. We've got a heal, so that could be good. And I think we'll save 1 redraw for next turn. All right, so we want to take out a minion. Or no, this... Okay, this will taunt an elite. And she'll gain block as well. You gain some block, right? You have 21 block. So those 2 are fine. This one's already going to attack her. So maybe we just take out a minion and then she gets the block from it. Generates the heroism.
Ready up.
And then we can use the oh cool, she leveled up.
I feel great.
And then we can use Fists of Radiance over here on the helicopter and get started on damaging it. This is going to do 21 damage.
Here we go.
Okay. So our heroes have some block. We started in on that. Got a heal card next turn if we need it. All right, I think we're good.
We will not fail. You're mine.
She blocked it, but she got the slow effect. That got blocked. Oh, and the counter. I forgot about that. Nice. And she took 3 damage. Okay. Oh, she counters him, too. So when you have counter, you attack anyone who's going to hit you. That's really good. Okay.
Take them out.
What was that he just did? Oh, he's gonna...
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus, and I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
Okay, so this guy has been given overload. He's been essentially told to explode himself for 14 damage at the start of the next turn. Immune to taunt. So we need to get out of his radius somehow. Forceful knockback in any direction, discards a random card. Okay, so what else do we have? 1 step ahead, knee strike, lash. He takes 17 damage. So we can use this and then we can heal him. That takes 2 card plays. Damages each enemy in a line. Oh, he could maybe do this. We need to move him out, and we need to keep damaging this thing over here. Wait a minute, 63 damage? Okay, well, I think we need to do that. So that, hopefully, I wish I could see how long the line is. But we should be able to, I think, get these 2 guys in the helicopter with Hellride if we can generate the heroism we need. So let's see. We also need to move her out somehow. she doesn't really have a card for that except this one, which costs a card play. It doesn't generate heroism. So she can tank 14 damage from this guy. I also wonder if we kill him, does his ability go off? So let's do this. Let's move Ghost Rider into position for this, I think that's kind of... Well, no, hold on. Let's wait until we have the heroism. So if we're gonna get these two guys and the thing, then let's use Knee Strike to start. That can generate some heroism. I don't want her to do that because she'll move into the thing. These guys are all targeting Ghost Rider. So I guess we'll come over here and get this guy.
Watch and learn.
He gets KO'd.
I suppose it's something.
Oh, she now has Go Binary. Okay. We only have 2 card plays, so we got to be careful here. We need to generate 2 more heroism for Hellride. So the only thing that can do that is heal or one step ahead. So which makes more sense here? What's she at? Oh, I see. It's showing the damage they will take if they don't move. They're all pretty well off. So actually, maybe one step ahead is the way to go. Heal. Yeah, none of them are really damaged. And we need to generate heroism. So we'll hold on to this for next turn. We use one step ahead to get our heroism up.
It's about time.
Okay, and then now we have the Hellride. Okay, so now we can move Robbie out of the thing, and we'll get him right over here. And we'll check if this line from Hellride can hit the... Not quite. Okay, can we get him a little bit closer? Hang on, can I get you a little bit closer? Can we move you forward a little bit more? No, I'm gonna have to bypass that guy, I think, to get this to work the way I want it to. Because it's not reaching the chopper. All right, so he's gotta move again over like here. And then use Hellride like this. Oh, it seems like it's not... Seems like it's not going to hit the chopper at all. Like, maybe it only works on... Maybe this doesn't count as an enemy? Grounded, inanimate. Cannot be targeted by heroic combos. Maybe that's what this is? Alright, so, well, in that case... Where can we get the most for 3? Maybe these 3. Maybe we can move them over here. Let's keep trying. Let's see how far this will go.
Send reinforcements!
Yeah, so it'll go all the way to him. It just won't go into the helicopter. So this is going to get these 3. Let's do it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Damn.
It's nice not being on the receiving end of your wrath.
It did hit the helicopter. Okay. Well, that was friggin' great.
That should keep them grounded. Now let's get everything back to the Abbey for analysis.
Such arrogance. Our brave soldiers will never allow you.
Oh, shut up already. Take them down.
All right. When Ghost Rider KOs a number of enemies and fills the souls meter, he'll draw a copy of Drained Souls. Increase friendship with Ghost Rider to improve this passive. Okay. So we used up all of our heroism and we drew a Drained Souls card. We're out of card plays. We have redraws left. That guy's gonna explode and damage the Hunter. He's going to attack Captain Marvel, but those are the only 2 left. So, okay, let's end turn.
By her command.
Pathetic.
She blocked most of it. Oh no.
Hostile reinforcements inbound.
Reinforcements. Okay. Let's see what we
You
got.
should have brought more help.
We've got a quick attack. We've got a Hellmouth, full force. What is this? Environment attacks deal increased damage and cost 1 less heroism. Okay. So what have we got? We've got 2 minions and an elite with 8 health. We should be able to handle this, I think. We don't need to go binary. We just need to kill them. Well, all right, let's start with this. This is 8 damage, so we'll kill this guy, KO him, and get the card play back.
Hail that.
And now, let's see, we've got Hellmouth, this is a skill, Drain Soul, Chain 2, there we go. This should just be what we need.
Vengeance is near.
Okay.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last? There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I consider that alone a victory.
Okay.
Well done. If Hydra wasn't paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Oh? Saber-tooth.
Count on it.
Okay. I guess he's gonna show up pretty soon for a fight. Fought Venom. Who's next? Okay, victory. Mission rating 3 stars. Very nice. New difficulty unlocked. Heroic 1. Increased challenge and reward in combat. Modifiers. Enemy health plus 25%. Enemy offense plus 12.5%. 1 revive per mission. Additional hero experience and mission gloss bonus. Change difficulty. Well, so far it hasn't been that challenging. I guess we can try this out and always set it back if things start getting too hard. Yeah. Okay. Sure, why not? So we got a 3-star mission rating. We finished in 3 turns. Got 100 gloss. And we got a cool comic cover. The Hunter. None may stand before the Hunter. And we got our Intel Cash and Gamma Coil rewards. Very cool. Okay. Okay, so we got some friendship with Captain Marvel and Robbie Reyes, and there was something about research there. Mission rewards are tied to hero levels, so as the Hunter gains levels in combat, the rewards offered on future missions will improve. Don't worry about leveling every hero. As the Hunter's level increases, any weaker heroes will automatically level up so they don't fall far behind. At higher difficulty levels, all heroes level up faster, granting access to higher rarity rewards sooner. Okay. So, that was pretty good. Looks like our next job is to talk to Ileana and then maybe read some Superlink posts, do a hangout, all that good stuff. But I think this is a good place to take a break. So, to those of you who watched through the end, thanks again. As always, I'd love to hear your comments about my roleplay choices. And this time, I'd love to hear about the quality of the video. Was it better than previous ones? Had you noticed the echoing at all? I hope things will turn out better this time, as I'm continually trying to improve the quality of the videos for you. I'm working on, the encoder settings and the audio and what have you. And if my voice is still a little bit rough, I am getting that new mic in a couple of days, so we'll see if that makes things better as well. Anyway, that's it for this time, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everybody.